According to Coulomb's law, force of interaction between 2-point charges Q1 and Q2 is directly proportional to product of charges and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. Therefore, according to Coulomb's law, F equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square, where K is electrostatic force constant. Now, as force is a vector, therefore it is better to express Coulomb's law in vector form. Therefore, now we will study Coulomb's law in vector form. Let we have 2-point charges Q1 and Q2. Let R1 vector equal to OA vector. Let R1 vector or OA vector, this is position vector of charge Q1, and R2 vector or OB vector, this is the position vector of charge Q2. Then the vector leading from Q1 to Q2 is equal to AB vector or R12 vector. The vector leading from Q1 to Q2 is equal to AB vector is equal to R12 vector. Now we know that according to triangle law, if two vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by two sides of a triangle taken in same order, then their resultant is represented by third side of the triangle taken in opposite order. Therefore, R1 plus R12 is equal to R2 vector. Therefore, R12 vector is equal to R2 माइनस R1 उधर जाएगा तो R2 में से घट जाएगा, तो R12 is equal to R2 minus R1 vector. Therefore, R12 vector is equal to R2 minus R1 vector. The vector leading from Q2 to Q1, this will be called BA vector is equal to R21 vector. This will be equal to R1 minus R2 vector. The magnitude of R12 vector is R12 and magnitude of R21 vector is R21. As direction of a vector is represented by unit vector along the vector. Therefore, we define R12 unit vector equal to R12 vector divided by magnitude of R12, and R21 unit vector is equal to R21 vector divided by its magnitude R21. If F12 vector, this is force on Q1 due to Q2. F12 is force on Q1 due to Q2, and F21 vector is force on Q2 due to Q1. Then, as is clear from the figure, the Coulomb's force between two charges will be, Coulomb's force between two charges will be F21 vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R12 square r12 unit vector. r12 is distance between q1 and q2, and r12 cap is unit vector from q1 to q2, from q1 to q2. r12 is distance between q1 and q2, and r12 unit vector, this is unit vector from q1 to q2. Now as r12 cap is equal to r12 vector upon r12, therefore we can write 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r12 square. r12 की जगह पर क्या लिखेंगे, r12 vector divided by r12 magnitude. This will become 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r12 cube r12 vector, and as r12 is equal to r2 minus r1, therefore we may write is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r2 minus r1 vector modulus cube, and this is r2 vector minus r1 vector, because r12 vector was equal to r2 minus r1 vector. So this equation is valid for any sign of q1 and q2, whether positive or negative. We derived that f21 vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r2 vector minus r1 vector modulus cube. This represents magnitude, and r2 vector minus r1 vector. This equation is true for both the signs of q1 and q2, whether positive or negative. If q1 and q2 are of same sign, then q1 q2 is positive. If both are negative, negative into negative is positive. If both are positive, positive into positive is positive. So then f21 vector, this is along r12 vector. r12 is from q1 to q2. r12 is from q1 to q2. Then f21 vector is along r12 vector. So this denotes repulsion, which denotes repulsion between like charges. If q1 and q2 are of opposite side, are of opposite signs, then q1 q2 is less than 0. So then f21 vector is along minus r12 vector. Minus r12 vector means opposite to r12 vector. This was q1, this was q2, this was r1 vector, this was r2 vector, and this was r12 vector from q1 to q2. So therefore minus r12 vector is from q2 to q1. So therefore f21 is along minus r12, which means the opposite charges attract each other. Therefore this equation 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r12 square r12 cap, this takes care of both the signs of q1 and q2. Now the f12 vector, force on q1 due to q2, this can be obtained by interchanging 1 and 2 in this equation. interchanging 1 and 2 in this equation. तो क्या हो जाएगा, F12 वेक्टर हो जाएगा भाई 1/4πε0 Q1 Q2 R12 square R21 cap, or we can write it as 1/4πε0 Q1 Q2 R12 square. R21 vector is from Q2 to Q1, this is R21 vector, we can write as minus R12 vector. Therefore this will be minus R12 vector. माइनस आगे आ गया, R12 यहाँ पर आ गया, R21 की जगह ये रख लिया, तो ये क्या आ गया माइनस. अब ये क्या था, ये था भाई दिस वाज इक्वल टू F21, देयरफॉर F12 वेक्टर is equal to minus F21 vector. F12 vector is equal to minus F21 vector. So therefore we see that force between two charges are equal and opposite. Therefore Coulomb's law obey Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion is obeyed by Coulomb's law. So these equations give force between two charges in vacuum. So this is Coulomb's law in vector form. Some important points regarding Coulomb's law are: first, Coulomb's law is a universal law. This is applicable all over the universe. Further, the force which binds electrons to the nucleus in an atom, this is calculated from Coulomb's law. The force which binds electrons to the nucleus to form an atom is calculated from Coulomb's law. Similarly, the van der Waal forces, due to which atoms combine to form molecule, this is also calculated from Coulomb's law. The states of matter, that is solid, liquid or gas, these has been explained on the basis of Coulomb's law. Second, Coulomb's law has been verified over distances ranging from nuclear range 10 raised to power minus 15 meter to macroscopic distances, that is 10 raised to power plus 18 meter. Coulomb's law is valid over distance ranging from nuclear range to macroscopic distances, but this law is applicable only to point charges. This is the limitation of Coulomb's law. Further, Coulomb's law corresponds to Newton's law of gravitation. According to Newton's law of gravitation, force between two masses is F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square, where G is universal gravitational constant, whose value is 6.67 into 10 raised to power 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. As Coulomb's law is K Q1 Q2 upon r square, so they correspond to one another. Coulomb's force is also inversely proportional to square of distance between charges. Newton's law of gravitation, force of gravitation is inversely proportional to square of distance between masses. So Newton's law of gravitation, this corresponds to Coulomb's law of electrostatic force. Further, Coulomb's force is a central force. This acts along the line joining the two forces. So therefore this is a central force. Further, this is a conservative force. Coulomb's force is a conservative force. This means वर्क डन इन टेकिंग ए चार्ज फ्रॉम वन पॉइंट टू अनदर इन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ऑफ अनदर चार्ज, दिस इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ पाथ फॉलोड। एक चार्ज को एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट तक ले जाने में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में वर्क डन इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ पाथ फॉलोड। इसको यहाँ से ऐसे लेके जाएं, या ऐसे लेके जाएं, ऐसे लेके जाएं, ऐसे लेके जाएं, वर्क डन सेम रहता है। देयरफॉर कूलम्स फोर्स इज ए कंजर्वेटिव फोर्स।